Start. This batch of writ petitions preferred under Article 32 of the Constitution of India exposit cavil in its so and so conceptuality and percipient discord between venerated and exalted right of freedom of speech and expression of an individual exploring manifold and multi-layered, limitless, unbounded and unfettered spectrums and the control, restrictions and constructions under the assumed power of reasonableness ingrained in the statutory provisions relating to criminal law to revive and uphold one's reputation. The assertion by the Union of India and the complainants is that the reasonable restrictions are based on the paradigm and parameters of the Constitution that are structured on the doctrine of non absoluteness of any fundamental right, cultural and social ethos, need and feel of the time for every right engulfs and incorporates duty to respect others' right and ensure mutual compatibility and conviviality of the individuals based on collective harmony and conceptual grace of eventual social order and the asseveration on the part of the petitioners is that freedom of thought and expression cannot be scuttled or abridged on the threat of criminal prosecution and made on the mercurial stance of individual reputation and of societal harmony, for the said aspects are to be treated as things of the past, a symbol of colonial era where the ruler ruled over the subjects and vanquished concepts of resistance, and in any case the individual grievances pertaining to reputation can be agitated in civil courts, and thus there is a remedy, and viewed from a prismatic perspective there is no justification to keep the provision of defamation in criminal law alive, as it creates a concavity and unreasonable restriction in individual freedom and further progressively mars voice of criticism and dissent which are necessitous for the growth of genuine advancement and a matured democracy. Para. The structural architecture of these writ petitions has a history, although not in any remote past but in the recent times. In this batch of writ petitions, we are required to dwell upon the constitutional validity of sections 499 and 500 of the Penal Code 1860 and sections 199 within bracket 1 to 199 within bracket 4 of the Code of Criminal Procedure 1973. Para. The right to uninhibited freedom of speech conferred by Article 19 within bracket 1 within bracket A is basic and vital for the sustenance of parliamentary democracy, which is a part of the basic structure of the constitution. The reasonable restrictions are those which are meant to prevent the expression of a thought which is intrinsically dangerous to public interest and would not include anything else. the enabling power in Article 19 within bracket 2 to impose reasonable restrictions on the right conferred by Article 19 within bracket 1 within bracket A is intended to safeguard the interests of the state and the general public and not of any individual, and therefore Article 19 within bracket 2 cannot be regarded as the source of authority for section 499 IPC, which makes defamation of any person an offense. That apart article 19 within bracket 2 being an exception to article 19 within bracket 1 within bracket A needs to be construed narrowly, and it cannot constrict the liberal interpretation warranted to be placed on article 19 within bracket 1 within bracket A of the constitution. Para, it is to be borne in mind that defamation of an individual by another individual is a civil wrong or tort, pure and simple, for which the common law remedy is an action for damages. Reputation is an integral and important part of the dignity of the individual. It also forms the basis of many decisions in a democratic society which are fundamental to its well-being: whom to employ or work for, whom to promote, whom to do business with, or to vote for. Once besmirched by an unfounded allegation in a national newspaper, a reputation can be damaged forever, especially if there is no opportunity to vindicate one's reputation. When this happens, society as well as the individual is the loser, for it should not be supposed that protection of reputation is a matter of importance only to the affected individual and his family. Protection of reputation is conducive to the public good. It is in the public interest that the reputation of public figures should not be debased falsely. In the political field, in order to make an informed choice, the electorate needs to be able to identify the good as well as the bad. Consistently with these considerations, human rights conventions recognize that freedom of expression is not an absolute right.